Good evening. I'd like to talk to you more about hunters. As I told you last time, hunters are an eclectic lot, a group of individuals all finding their own path to their reckoning. And it's true, hunters come in many shapes and sizes. Some hunters are plunged into the depths of the unknown incredibly quickly, forced to adapt or drown. Some find it comes like a trickle, slowly and gently discovering more and more and more. And some find their greatest and worst fantasies to be closer to reality than they ever bargained for. Miss Veird, the last few months you have found yourself in a rather awkward spot. Your books, a series of horror stories dedicated to the unknown and the strange, sell well, but that comes with expectation. You found yourself sitting in your office over and over again, staring at your manuscript. You found yourself going to libraries and checking out what must have been their entire catalogue more than once, looking for inspiration, and worst of all, you found yourself picking up that dang coffee habit again, staying awake until you fall asleep behind your manuscript. And despite all that, progress has been glacial. Tonight, it's one of those nights again, and you find yourself staring at your manuscript once more, the deadline creeping ever closer. And then, the phone rings.
I guess I am under the obligation to answer, so I will do so.
Indeed. You pick up the phone, and the voice on the other side is instantly recognizable to you. It's Theo Gimble, your agent.
Wonderful to catch you this late, Mr. Veird. Mrs. Veird. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Sometimes Gimble gets a little bit confused. This is definitely not my fault.
That's fine. It's fine. You need something?
Yes, I was wondering how your newest book is coming. The deadline is next week, after all, and I haven't seen any manuscripts from you yet. I admit I'm a little bit worried.
I turn around and look at my desk, and there is like a comically just like "the" is written on like the first page.
I'm imagining there's like a trash can full of this discarded paper that has just overflown. It's kind of messy.
Yeah.
Just generally not the best state your office has ever been in.
It's going well. Yes. If you need to read any drafts or anything, I'm sorry, but I keep my work very secretive until deadline.
Of course, I understand, but you do know. Well, it's just. Well, the readers they want something proper from you, right? Like, your previous work is really good, so I sure hope it's going to live up to it.
If I release a bad book, any attention is better than none, right? Right?
He grows silent, and there's an awkward just pause between the two of you.
Well, okay. How about this? Perhaps you just need inspiration. Perhaps, okay, how about this? Have you been to the library at all?
You mean the library I go to almost every day?
You know what? Fair point.
I don't know. I've explored every cafe, every alleyway, every place in this, place.
Oh, I have an idea. Okay, how does this sound? So, your books are all about horror and ghosts and spooky crawlies, right? I mean, you've got the terror of the unknown. What if you go to the mansion just outside of town, the French one? You know the one I'm talking about?
If you want, you would be more than welcome to make your first roll of the
Yay!
session for this one.
Okay, what am I rolling?
I would say feel free to
Challenge you.
challenge me, indeed. I would say, I think intelligence occult would fit here.
That's not great.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You're fine. It's fine.
That's not good.
Well, you got 2 successes, so it's not terrible. You might not be an expert on the topic, but you've definitely heard it before. The French mansion, what you know about it is that it's a mansion that was built, you think, like in the late 18th, maybe early 19th century. And once it was finished, it was almost immediately burned down. And it's stayed a ruin, like, ever since. There's been a bunch of people who have tried to rebuild it, but every time they have, there's been murders and, like, people disappearing and tragedy in general. Like, one time, the construction workers, what's the word? The scaffolding itself burned down. So there's a lot of weird rumors around that place, but you don't know the specifics.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking that's one place you could go. But of course, if you're not up for it, I understand. I mean, just saying though, artists need to sacrifice for their work, right? That's how that works.
I mean, it would make a pretty good headline, nevertheless.
What, writer burns down in mansion?
I do not intend on burning down in a mansion. I mean,
Oh.
that would imply that I would start a fire for inspiration.
Well, they do call it the light of inspiration, don't they?
Exactly.
Okay, so are you starting a fire or not? I'm confused.
Never mind what I will do. And I got put in. Hang up.
Holy!
Is this like a modern phone or an old timey-wimey one?
I like to think it's like a really old timey, like, you know, you put it down and it makes like the cling noise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
This will definitely not be my undoing later.
Oh, I love it. If the mansion ends up on fire, you know you're gonna get framed, right? Like,
Possibly, maybe.
oh dear lord. But yeah, okay, so Tio has given you a way to go, a place to go. However, you don't have to go there right away. You could also, it's late, so most places are closed, but you could absolutely do some Googling, etc., to find out more about this place, if you like.
Yeah, I'll embroil myself in my research.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure the SEO will love me writing creepy mansion on Enter Town? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm sure.
You're a writer. You've probably looked up way creepier stuff.
Oh, way worse, yeah.
How to get away with murder, like
In Minecraft, like
in
type
Minecraft.
stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna say it's intelligence academics because you're looking
Ooh.
up. You're trying to find more information rather than recording it, if that makes sense. Yeah, you got 3 successes, which is pretty good.
Okay.
So, here's what you find. You find an article dedicated to French mansion on some weird conspiracy theorists website, which is kind of your jam, right? These conspiracy theorist websites always have like the cool scoops about ghosts and ghoulies and all the creepy crawlies of the night, right? So, here's what you find. It was once owned by the Davignon family, and this place has a number of strange and spooky stories associated with it, starting from when the mansion was burned down in 1803. The Davignon family themselves were lower nobility who fled France during the French Revolution and settled near London. They had this mansion built over the course of the next 25-ish years, but even during construction there were problems. There were strange voices at the site, multiple murders occurred, again, a fire, and All the same, the mansion was still completed. However, the building had been incredibly expensive, and as the Napoleonic Wars flared up, the family became hated in the local courts. A vicious rumor had spread because they were occultists, devil worshippers, and worst of all, French. And this all culminated during the Napoleonic War, like I mentioned, when a mob gathered in London and burned the mansion to the ground. And ever since, it's been a ruin for over 200 years. That hasn't stopped the stories, though. Throughout the years, people have gone in and never come out, and there have been multiple restoration projects that ended in tragedy, death, and suffering. And most of all, ghost stories. As it stands today, the mansion is half a ruin, half renovated. Some parts are newer than others, but all of them are marked with fire. And that's about everything you find.
Seems fire is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's definitely a theme you're noticing.
How far away is this from, you know, how long would a drive be to this place?
I would say it's just outside of London, so since it's late, probably not that long. If it was during the day, you'd probably take the entire day to get out of the traffic. But I'm gonna say it maybe takes 20 minutes or so to get there.
Very good.
Yeah.
And in the is that evening 20 minutes, or if I'm contending with busy London, it's probably like
Evening
2
20
hours.
minutes, yeah. Busy London would be more like, you know, the rest of the day. You leave at 8 a.m. and arrive at 8 p.m., you know?
Yeah. I don't want to contend with traffic. If there's anything that I hate more, I hate that, you know, than writer's block, it is traffic.
Indeed.
Yeah, I grabbed my coat and my empty notes book and my manuscript and maybe a snack and a flashlight, because, you know, urban exploring, always need a flashlight that goes out at the most important moment. This is a surprise tool that will help us later.
Oh my god.
What else would I bring? I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like...
A flashlight seems like a good plan. You could... Maybe, like, you brought a notebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about everything you need. I mean, you're not exactly going spelunking.
I can't think of anything else.
Alright. Well, armed with your equipment, you walk out to your car, which... What does your car look like?
Great question. I need to get my notes up about it. Hold on.
While you find your notes for this, the night feels lonesome in that way where you know people are nearby in a city. The city bustle is far and away. And there's definitely still places open, but right here on this street, it might as well be dead quiet. A few lights flickering, some trees rustling. Otherwise, perfectly quiet. And yes, you walk to your car.
It's one of those, like, red 1960s cars, but I haven't been able to, you know, upkeep it very well, so it works just about.
You've like a tiny little beta car, basically.
Yes, basically, and it's, you know, I got it in an inheritance of some degree. I did not buy this myself.
Oh my god, it's your dad's car or something, or
Yes.
grandpa. Yeah, I love that. That's peak. Okay. So you get in and you wrestle for a moment with the seatbelt, close the door, and get going. The drive to the mansion itself is peaceful. You drive past a few other cars on the road, people going to other places with their own agendas and own stories to tell. There's a specific feeling that you can associate with this, going to an unexplored place. Is it a feeling you relish, or do you perhaps find yourself failing against it?
It's more of a feeling of I need to write this manuscript or die trying.
Ah, do or die.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very
That's why there was a
understandable.
hastiness when I hung up on my poor agent.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, on the drive over, you notice something in the distance, very far away. You seem to hear something like a gunshot or explosion. It's too far away for you to even try to see where it could be from, but it just rings through the night. And then it goes back to the regular noises of cars driving, your own engine, and very, very quietly, the trees rustling once more. After about 20 minutes, you finally find your way to the mansion. And when you step out of the car and look out onto the place, a sense of dread overcomes you. This place, something about it feels wrong. It feels as if it could swallow you whole. Like the mansion itself could drag you down to hell. Perfect place for inspiration.
If not a little bit terrifying.
Just a little. The mansion grounds are walled off by a aging and tattered wall that is covered in vines. A lot of the bricks, etc., broken down. If you wanted to, you could probably just simply climb over, but there's really no need, as the gate was once there, is now down on the ground.
Ooh.
And simply walk in.
Has it been down for a long time?
It's hard to tell. Why not give me a roll?
Okay.
Ah, that's actually a
Alright.
very good roll, considering.
Yeah.
Okay. So you look at it, and the place, the gate itself was very clearly old. Maybe it's as old as the mansion itself, you're not entirely sure. So it's definitely feasible that it just simply rusted off. On the other hand, one of the bricks that was attached to iron fell with it, which isn't how you would expect a rusted gate to fall off, right? So it might be because of age, but maybe some vandal or hooligan came down by with a hammer and just slapped it. There's definitely plenty of graffiti around on the walls and on the mansion walls themselves.
I mean, less work for me. I'll go through the front entrance.
As you go through the front entrance, for just a split moment, I think you see someone from the corner of your eye. You look and no one's there. It's dark here, and being a city girl, you're probably not very used to having no lights around whatsoever. But if you look up, you can see plenty of stars and the moon, which is full. So there's enough light for you to make your way. But it is noticeable that you have to be careful with your step.
I'm trying to look for the most direct entrance into this place.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it'd be too many rolls, quite frankly, but I think it's fitting that there's a roll here. I would say I'd be willing to say either streetwise or investigation. Again, I think either of those makes sense.
Yeah.
Or maybe awareness. Awareness, I can argue. I can see as well. But I don't think it matters because I think your skills are the same in all of three of those.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. But I'll do awareness. Is that going off of wits?
Yeah, so awareness and wits.
again.
Okay, so 2 successes. Not bad at all. Okay. You take a look around, and many of the mansion windows are broken, destroyed. Whether that's by vandals or time, hard to say, but those are certainly an option. But the most direct option you can see is a stairway leading up to the door. A grand, stately door. Perhaps made of oak? You're not an architect, so you're not entirely sure, but it looks beautiful, honestly, despite the damage to it by time, fire, and well, vandals. It's a piece of art. Whoever made this was a serious craftsman. You also note there's a path leading around the mansion that may do a back entrance.
I'll go through the front. I'll go through the front door. Most direct angle for me.
That's very fair. Okay. You open the front door. The moonlight shines in with you as you enter upon what looks to be... It looks to be a foyer of some sort. There's a large stairway in the middle that leads up to the second floor, splits into two, goes beyond your sight, especially in the dark. There are 2 doors below the stairway, and another 2 doors, one to the left and to your right, all beautifully arranged. And in the middle of the foyer stands a table. That looks perfectly... That looks almost new. Certainly the style is the same as the rest of the mansion, but there's no damage, there's no fire, there's no sign of time having passed. It's pristine. Has no one been in here for 200 years? At most, there's just a layer of dust, but it's not as much dust as you might expect for 200 years. And on the table lies a book.
Oh, immediately I'm going up to that book. Immediately.
Book!
Yeah. Table, yeah, book.
You go towards the book, and as you approach, you can see that the book itself has actually been damaged. Do you pick it up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You pick up the book and take a look at it. The front cover is... It is leather-bound, clearly aged, but the binding has held up pretty well. The paper inside, however, has not. And for a moment, you have difficulty reading what it says. It's written in very... You know those very old cursive kind of stylings? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what this is. If you like, you can make a roll to try. I do believe you are an expert in English.
Yes, my academics lies in English.
Yeah.
We hope so. I assume you'd like to read to roll intelligence academics?
Yeah, and intelligence academics, and the difficulty would normally be 7, but because you have English as your specialization, I'm gonna say it's actually a 6. So, oh wow, oh my goodness,
I've been rolling a lot of 10s today.
That's 5 successes. Good lord. Okay, yeah, you open this book and it's actually just like, oh, okay, like reading as if it's no problem for you. Just and
Not even an issue.
As you scroll through it, you realize this is some sort of horror story, perhaps in the style of Frankenstein or something along those lines. Definitely aged, and you can you, as a proper writer of the modern era, can tell there's plenty of tropes that you would try to avoid or perhaps play into. But it's not badly written. Thing is, about 10 pages in, every single page beyond that is burnt.
Hmm.
The book itself, once again, there's a strange feeling starts to overwhelm you, slowly but surely. The moonlight shines on the book, and it almost seems to reflect it more than it should, as if the book itself is glowing slightly.
In the moonlight, or just in general?
You're not entirely sure. It's more like it's almost luminescent.
My pack may grow heavier, but I will keep it for now.
Absolutely. You put it in your little backpack that you have, your little explorer backpack. Okay. Well, you look around and you can hear the mansion creaking as wind is picking up outside. There might be a storm coming. And then the door slams shut and you are in pitch black darkness.
I fumble for my torch.
Absolutely. I think that's another roll.
What? No.
I'm gonna say definitely dexterity. I think that makes
Yeah.
sense.
There's nothing I can think of on that list that would work.
Dexterity awareness, maybe? To like find
Yeah.
it, you know?
Yeah. It's 2d10.
I feel so bad making you roll awareness constantly because it's like the one skill you suck
I
at.
think that's funny though. That's one success.
It is funny, yeah. Okay. Well, it does take you a while, and there's definitely a bit of panic setting in. You can't find it for a good 2-3 minutes. But then, for a moment, there's a little bit of light that comes in, and you use that to grab your torch, turn it on. And as you do, you come face to face with nothing at all. The mansion is now... Well, the door itself is closed as far as you can tell, but there's nothing preventing you from opening it. At least you don't think so. And... well, there's plenty of other rooms to take a look at if you would like.
Yeah, I'll get started with my urban exploration. Is this house made like in the typical style of like having wings, like you go to the east wing and the west wing?
I would say yes. It is. If you think of the house as a rectangle, right? You are now in the middle, and it kind of spreads out to the west and then to the east, like you say. And then there's like a relatively large garden behind and in front of it. It's a very classic Baroque style mansion that was pretty popular in like the 18th and 19th century. There's also obviously the stairs that you can go and take a look at.
Yeah, I'll go up to the stairs first, just in case.
Okay. You go up the stairs and they creak with every step, which doesn't give you much confidence, but luckily you've been doing plenty of cardio, so you're not too heavy. And as you walk up, you see a painting, presumably of the Davignons. It has a single lady who is dominating the painting with a large, wide red dress. She has a gentle smile on her face, and next to her stand two children and what you would presume to be her husband, and someone who's very clearly a butler of some sort. They very atypically look happy. Most of these paintings tend to be very stern, but here they are smiling. The painting itself, though, is withered. Some of the paint is flaking off. There's dust all over it. There's some fire damage and water damage and whatever else kind of damage there is. If a museum curator was here, they'd probably weep. On your way up, you now have a choice. You can either go to the west or to the east.
I'll go to the west first.
Okay. You go up to the west, and there's two doors. The first one, the closest one, is not at all closed, actually. There's barely a door left. It lies down on the ground. Make me a wits awareness, please. The door is down on the ground.
Yep.
Seems about right. I mean, it's an old place. Nothing wrong about that. Nothing weird about that at all.
Yeah, yes, fine.
Right.
I stepped through. Yep.
Okay. You come into what seems to be an old living room of some kind. Maybe... Oh, in the back there's a piano. Very big grand piano. It's, well, like the rest of this place, old, dusty. Perhaps there's fire, water damage, etc., etc. You get the gist by now. The rest of the place, though, has a bunch of couches and generally looks like a place to relax. There's a fireplace, a small, sort of mini library, I suppose you could say. That's about it.
There's no, and this looks to be a social room of some degree, so there's no like shelves or anything in here.
No, not really. It seems to be mostly a place for, yeah, like relaxing, hanging out with the other members of the family, etc. Possibly entertaining guests.
Does the piano still look functional?
I'm gonna say, as you have to get close to it to take a look at it,
Yeah.
right? But you take a look at it and you get the feeling that it's probably not gonna be great, you know, it's not going to sound amazing or anything like that, but surprisingly it has held up quite well, everything considered. You think that if you wanted to play something, again, it wouldn't sound perfect, but you probably could.
Upon that thought, I will play chopsticks on the piano very slowly.
Oh, you know what? You get to roll me.
Oh, do I get to roll?
Dexterity performance, I'm gonna say.
Ooh, I have nothing in that. So
You do
2d10.
not. It's
Ooh,
actually...
that's no successes. I ruined the most basics of piano scores.
You like bloink away at the piano, and you're not sure if it sounds terrible because of you or because of the piano itself. You choose to believe it's the piano.
Oh, it must be the piano's fault.
Yeah, I mean, you could never be terrible. What? That's
anything.
ridiculous. Yeah,
Exactly.
the best. Well, in this room itself, there's another door to what is presumably the other room in this wing, and another door to what looks to be a balcony, as well as some windows that give some light to the proceedings. The moon isn't shining in here, though, because you're on the other side of the mansion, so while there is some light, it's not as much as the front.
Okay. I'll leave this room for now then. If nothing happens when I play the piano, I'm not immediately availed of something.
No, it seems to be... So far, this entire place seems creepy, but nothing particularly spooky.
Yeah. I'll go to the other room, the one still in this wing I haven't explored yet.
Yeah. Okay, you go to this other room, and it seems to be a large bedroom of some kind. Perhaps the master bedroom, even. Quite distant from the rest of the house, if you think about it, but perhaps they like that. There's well, a large double bed that once had one of those nice... What are those even called? The little ceilings? The little bed ceilings?
It would just be called a canopy of some description, I imagine.
It used to have a canopy, but that has now collapsed on top of the rest of the bed. The mattress has rotted away mostly, and the stench here is actually quite pungent. There's a stench of, well, rot. rat droppings, but also something else that you can't immediately place. It's a dark and strange smell. It's like... So, the rest of the room has a few windows that once again grant lighted proceedings. The door you just came out of, and the door leading to what presumably is the hallway. And, of course, a dresser drawer. Other than that, there's also a large mirror. It's about as big as you. A little bit taller, actually.
Oh, I'll go look at this mirror.
You look into the mirror, and in the light of your flashlight and the moon, see yourself, of course, and something behind you.
Oh.
You turn around?
Yes.
You turn around and nothing. Once again. Are you just being paranoid, or if you like, you'd roll me I'm going to say intelligence occult, actually, for this one.
Hooray!
Oh wow, okay. 3 successes.
Yes.
Okay, very nice. You dig up the image of what you just saw in your mind and analyze it a little bit, and you realize that whatever you saw behind you had the same smile as whatever the people were on the painting. A gentle but kind of mysterious smile. And then you hear a car pulling up the front of the mansion. It stops inside the ground. Gonna take a look?
Yes, immediately.
You walk up to the window and take a look outside. You see 2 people step out of the car. The driver seems to be a woman who is wearing a long black coat, short hair, black like her coat, and wearing gloves. As she closes the door, the other person comes out, and he is wearing a suit. Short beard, well kempt, looks formal. Too formal for a place like this. The both of them start a conversation, but you're too far away to hear them. And then you hear... He's coming!
Do I recognize any of these individuals? I'm ignoring the problem right behind me. I'm ignoring it. If it doesn't exist, if I ignore it, it will probably stop existing.
You do not recognize these 2 individuals, but as they finish up their conversation, they start walking towards the mansion.
I'm still looking out the window when I say, and why would I do that?
The voice pauses and then continues. And then you hear the front door opening.
I turn around as well.
There's shoes on the floor.
Huh.
You turn around, see nothing. Whoever produced that voice is not there. Or at least not in a way you can see. Yet, there's the feeling as if a icy cold hand is holding your shoulder.
I will try. If I hear people coming, I will hide. That will be my prerogative.
Okay. Currently, at least from what you can hear, they seem to be down on the first floor. If you want, you can try and make out what they're saying. Though you would probably need to open the door towards the main section.
Yeah. I am intrigued, though. I am by the possibilities of information, so I will try my hand at opening this door as quietly as possible.
Well, that sounds like another roll.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
I would say dexterity does make a lot of sense for this, I think.
100%, yeah.
Dexterity stealth. You're trying to be quiet. You start opening the door, and at first it's fine. Then, as you open it more, suddenly feel a little clunk, and the entire door comes loose towards you. You jump out of the way, but
Yep. Them's the brakes.
they definitely heard that one.
If I choose to ignore the problem doesn't exist. I just hide in the... I'm not very well, mind you.
Yeah, you just very quickly. You jump into the dresser drawer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't me.
You hear the muffled voices and calm footsteps up towards you. A female voice speaks close to you. Looks clear, Gaspar. Might have just been, who knows, some bat or... And again, this is a door. The footsteps come closer to your drawer. And then the door opens up and you're face to face with a suppressed pistol.
Oh.
Who do we have here? Hello. Come on out. Now.
Okay. I do come out with my hands up. I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of clatter out, you know, like some stuff falls with you. Kind of. What are you doing here?
I'm was just in the area. I like dust myself down.
She lifts an eyebrow. Go on.
It's not a fun thing to admit, but I'm houseless. So I was just trying to find somewhere to stay for the evening.
Huh. Really now?
Yes, really. Don't let my garb fool you. I found somewhere, a washroom. I don't really like people to know.
Right. Okay. Come on down.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Mm-hmm. I do come on down a bit meekishly.
The woman follows you down to the landing where the man is waiting. And who might this be? Lydia doesn't say anything, leaving you to introduce yourself.
Oh, you're asking me the question. Oh, sorry. My name is Clarity.
Continue.
I mean, how else do I continue?
What, you don't have a last name?
Moores. Clarity Moores.
What are you doing here, Clarity Moores?
I am, I look towards the lady who put the gun to my head. Finding a place to stay for the evening, away from the rain. It's a terrible storm. I mean, you got caught in it yourself.
True.
I imagine. Looking for shelter.
Quite a night for it. Quite the timing. First night back, and here you are. Somehow, I don't think that's a coincidence. Who are you with? Really?
I'm by myself.
Not like that. Who do you work for?
I don't work for any.
Camarilla... Sabat?
Eh?
Anarchs?
Now you're just making words up.
Oh dear.
Have I heard any of those names?
Roll me an intelligence occult, I'm gonna say.
Okay.
The word Camarilla, you know what it means, though you've never heard of the Camarilla. Camarilla, as a word, means... It's like a group of advisors, mostly like secret, like, it's kind of cabal. But you're not sure what he's talking about with Spartan anarchs. What? The woman looks over at the person talking to you and goes, what do you think we should do with her? Do I clean her up? He goes, no, I think she might be useful. Tell me, honestly, now, who are you? And something emanates from this man,
Oh,
as if your entire being, for a moment, he can peer right into your soul. You get the feeling that whatever you tell him, he might already know.
oh, stinky mind magics. Ugh.
Indeed.
I just sigh, and I'm like, well, the truth is not so far from dissimilar to the lie. My name is Verity Veird. I am a author of great description.
Oh, wait, the Verity. He looks kind of surprised for a moment and goes,
There's probably nobody here, but I don't like to say my name out loud. That's why I lied, because it's awkward and it's very recognizable.
Deal or no damnation. Sin and tonic,
Yes.
that's you.
Well, who else?
Thanks for the. Oh my goodness. Well, this is quite the. Quite the
I'm just looking at him
insane
very
situation.
nervously, by the way. I'm just like, huh?
Oh yeah, like, the gun is still to your head, by the way.
Huh?
He finishes his laughter, goes, well, funnily enough, I've read some of your books. Quite entertaining.
Well, thank you.
So, what are you here for? Inspiration?
Maybe.
Fair enough. Interesting. Well, Lilia, you can put away that gun for now. I'm sure Miss Verity will behave herself, won't you?
I'm like rapidly nodding my head.
Good. Lilia puts away her gun, crosses her arms. Clearly still... She doesn't trust you, clearly, but... she's leaving you to walk around somewhat freely, at least. So, Miss Veird, looking for inspiration in my old family mansion. Interesting. Then you must have met the current inhabitant.
I certainly met something.
Wonderful. Well, should I?
Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a real thing? You're not just playing a prank on me?
Oh, yes, right. You're not aware. Okay, yes, let me break you in. Ghosts are real, yes. And so are vampires. And he smirks, and you see his teeth. Oh, don't worry, Miss Veird. I'm not about to hurt you. Yet.
See, when you say things like that...
You start worrying.
Well, yes, a little bit. I was under the assumption that these stories were fiction. That nothing could really, exist like that.
Oh, I assure you, most of what you write is fiction, my dear. But...
I have a question.
Yes, go on.
Garlic? Is that real? Is that a real thing?
Garlic exists, if that's what you're asking me.
You know the question I'm asking. I'm asking if you're actually, compelled or weakened by the garlic.
You're going to ask a vampire what their weaknesses are and expect them to...
It's not really
tell
a
you.
big weakness, though, is it?
You know, I do like your spunk. You meet a real-life vampire, and the first thing you ask them is, how do I defeat you? Effectively.
Well, steak through the heart is classical, but, garlic?
Yes. Well, I'll leave that as a bit of a mystery for you. I've already told you plenty of things that would make certain colleagues of mine very upset indeed. But we'll worry about that later. Right now, I have a problem, and you can help me with it.
What would be that problem?
The inhabitant of this abode. You see, I have come from other places to establish myself here in London, and I need a proper place to live. This mansion will do. After some fixing, of course. However, its current inhabitant doesn't exactly work with what I have planned. Oh, I care for her, but she is, after all, one of my ancestors. But I'd rather have her move on than linger here. Now, you might be wondering, how do you figure into all of this? Simple. Any ghost in this world. Darkness. Sorry.
No, we have to include it.
I'm so sorry I had to.
World of darkness.
Hi, my name is Johnny Darkness, and this is my world.
He really is Johnny Darkness.
It is Johnny Darkness, oh my goodness. Any ghost that lingers in this world has a thing called a fetter, possibly more than one. It is an item that lingers. It ties them to this world. It could be a person, place, perhaps something they wish to do. You wouldn't happen to know, would you? What that thing might be?
I mean, no. I mean, you've just told me about this, so...
Well, sure, but you've been here longer than us. We've only just arrived, and you've been here, what? An hour? 2 hours?
Time really does fly when you're having fun.
Ilya kind of steps away, and you notice this is something you didn't realize with the gun in your face, which nobody can blame you for that. She only has the one arm.
Huh.
She steps to the window at the front and just looks out of it, making sure nobody else comes over.
I see.
Well, in case it hasn't been... Well, we haven't done proper introductions yet, have we? My apologies. My name is Gerard Devalon, owner of this house. And of course, you are Miss Verity Veird. An interesting opportunity. So, you are going to help me, Miss Veird. I will leave you free reign of the mansion grounds, but do not even attempt to leave.
They're going to shoot me?
Oh. I certainly could have Lydia shoot you if it comes down to that. But I'd rather it doesn't. And if need be, I have other ways of making you comply. But once again, I'd rather not. If it's not necessary. If you're lucky, we get to finish our business here, and you get to go home and write your stories, and I will be glad to make a donation as a fan.
Kind of narrow my eyes at that.
He does look very rich. Fair is fair. Guy is wearing one of those tailored suits, beautiful shoes, and is just, even in the relative dark of just your flashlight and the moon, he has like a chiseled face.
Is he... I have an inkling that, or I have a thought in my head that he is not actually as rich as he says he is.
Hmm?
And as somebody who has to hide their identity every single day in public.
You basically want to call him on his lie sort of thing without actually
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, okay.
Can I sell you subterfuge?
Subterfuge would be trying to lie yourself.
That's true.
Oh, okay, sell it. Try and sell it to me. I want to hear what you.
It's the idea of like, you know, you have to go out and conceal yourself every single day. I don't think Verity is she's a faceless author.
Mm-hmm.
So she keeps that very much to herself. But the idea of like someone could recognize her by voice or something else was a big thing. I would go at it that I am an expert in hiding identity and hiding details. And if I was going to write a character who was actually really poor, I would make him seem really rich.
That makes sense. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make you roll manipulation insights still, but I'm going to make the difficulty one step easier for you, because you are good at this, and I think that's fair.
No, that's fine.
So, your writer instinct says this man is actually poor, but at least as far as you can tell, reality says otherwise. Lilia seems to be dressed in quite a nice garb. His own garb is very good, from what you can tell, and the car he came in on is not a cheap model, not like yours.
Hey, I love that car. Money can't buy everything.
We're not talking about love here, we're talking about money.
Alright, I'll stop eyeing him up. So you want to find the item that is keeping her in the material world.
The ghost's fetter, yes. If necessary, help her. It doesn't matter how. I surely intended to help her myself, but if I have someone here to help me, that might speed things along.
You don't know what it is?
I do not. This is the first night here, like I mentioned. I was intending to explore. You wouldn't have found anything, would you?
No. Both the rooms are pretty much barren. Anything that's already been here has been looted, I assume.
Okay, well, you are actually lying.
I am lying, really pretty. I've been lying, but not very well this entire time. But yes.
I'll let you manipulate subterfuge.
Yay!
That one.
My highest one.
The specialization doesn't apply because you're not trying to long con this person, but
That's 3 ones.
that is a botch. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
My best stat.
He doesn't say anything, just narrows his eyes. Then says, Lilia, could you take a look in her backpack, please? Lilia comes over and basically rips your backpack off you with her one arm. She's surprisingly strong. And starts taking a look inside. Just all your, throws your notebook aside. And what else did you bring again?
Notebook, torch, but I'm probably using the torch.
Yeah, you're still holding the torch, I imagine.
My snack.
The snack goes flying across the room.
No! No, I'm not worried about my snack right now. I'm worried about that book.
Your Snickers flies across the room, and you're not yourself, and you're hungry.
I'm not myself.
Then she picks out the book. Doesn't look like something outside the mansion. No, it doesn't. So, Miss Veird, are you going to start working with me?
Well, I am quite under the obligation to, I think. I am more eyeing the book than I am looking at him, by the way.
He, for a moment, when you do look at him for just as a second, right? And you see a sort of strange expression on his face, like he's thinking about something, calculating something. And then he draws a knife.
Hello.
Are you gonna do anything to respond? He's not coming at you with the knife yet, but he's just drawn a butterfly switchblade.
What are you gonna do? Stab me?
No. He holds the knife to his wrist and slashes it, and this thick red blood drips out. And I need you
Oh,
to
no.
make me a
I assume he's going after my mind, so possibly
Sort
mental.
Sort of. You know what? Roll me 2 resolves. So resolve times 2. And he's gonna roll as well. He does have quite a good roll for this, so... Oh dear. Okay. Something in your mind clicks when you see that blood. And you notice, for a split second, that Lilia has the same reaction. He just holds up his wrist and commands you to drink. And before you know what's going on, you find yourself drinking this horrible ooze.
Ugh.
This grotesque, wonderful, fantastic thing that just pours into you, this euphoric feeling of loyalty. And you find yourself not even aware of your surroundings anymore. All semblance of self for a moment blasted into the realm of myth as you find yourself drinking and drinking and drinking. And then he rips it away from you, and you can feel something inside you has changed. Don't know what, but you are now engendered with a craving for whatever that was.
Vampire speedrun any %.
You're not a fit vampire, I will tell you that. You're still alive. You can still feel your heart beating. You can still... You're still you, as far as you can tell. You're not dead. But that certainly had some sort of effect on you. And he simply repeats his command from earlier. Now go and take care of my ancestor.
In a little bit of a huff, even though that was a lovely, lovely drink, I will leave. I'm gonna go to the east wing. When I leave, by the way, since Lydia had the same reaction, is there anything, like when I'm going up the stairs, if I look back, I'm not looking at him, I couldn't give a single... I don't need to finish the sentence. I couldn't give any to him. Is there anything from Lilia? Because you said she had a reaction.
So Lilia looked at the blood, and you could tell there was this sort of craving, right? In the same way that
No.
it's kind of the same thing that like an addict would want their drug. That kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
I will save Lilia. I have to.
But now you yourself are engendered with that same craving.
Yippee!
And by the way, when you look back and you see Gerard, there's something in your mind that tells you to be loyal, to be good to him, because he's good to you, right? I mean, he gave you so many chances. Even when you lied to him, he didn't even get mad or anything. He was so nice to you. Surely you should be nice to him.
Yeah. I'm gritting my teeth right now.
I understand why. Believe me. The fun part is, a lot of viewers are going to know exactly what happened to you, and they're like, no. So the last time you went into the West Wing, right? Just to double check.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you're on the East Wing on the ground floor. You open the door, and it's a hallway to like a bunch of more doors. And on the right side is just a whole bunch of windows, and it streams in the moonlight. It's actually quite pretty. Yeah, it's this grand hallway. There's a bunch of tattered curtains and broken windows, but despite all that, the moonlight just makes it look really serene.
Yeah.
At the end of the hallway, you see a face.
Oh, hello.
And the rest of a body floating in the air.
It's the lady in the painting, right?
It is. She points to you and points to a room next to her and then disappears.
I go into the room. I mean, I trust her more than I trust Bugger McGee, so... I'm never gonna learn his name. I'm gonna learn his name. I know what it is. I'm just choosing to block it out.
You're trying to, but then again, he was so nice to you. You should be nice to him.
Nice to me.
Yeah. What was his name again? Ah, right, Gerard, of course. Mr. Gerard. God, he's so nice. He's so wonderful.
He's such a fan of my
He's
works.
such a fan. He's gonna support you. That's really good and wonderful. So I assume you go into the room that she pointed to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you open the door and find yourself in a bedroom. Not the master bedroom, obviously, but might be a guest bedroom or maybe like a daughter or something like that. It has the bed itself, canopy. This one actually still okay, and then a nightstand next to it with a little drawer. Then a lamp on top of the nightstand, and a window on the right side. Finally, a dresser drawer as well. And one of those, what is that called? Like a little mirror place for perfume and etc.
A vanity.
A vanity, that's the word, thank you.
Sorry. I'll check the vanity first, because it's, you know, a very personal place. Like if you stare at yourself in the mirror every single day.
Makes sense.
And to be fair, last time I had an interaction with her, it was near a mirror, so.
Again, makes sense. You look around the vanity and you find a bunch of old perfume and makeup and the like. You're not entirely sure if some of this is safe. Like, you're pretty sure they used lead back then, so. Kind of surprising that it's still here, though, considering how long it's been, but. This entire night has been weird. This might be one of the least weird things. The rest of the vanity seems. Well, it's old, it's dusty, it's somewhat tattered, but it seems to be okay. You look in the mirror and you see that smile again. That same smile. But no words this time.
You said he was after you. He wants to get rid of you. And I'm inclined to help him, but I don't want to do it without reason.
There's no answer. Just that smile. You can tell she's listening, but no response.
I don't know how this works if I find your bauble, but if you can break the hunger, the thirst, I would rather live. You can't finish the sentence, but.
Once again, that feeling of a hand on your shoulder is there. This time, however, it's not tight, it's not gripping for dear life. It's gentle, warm, and there's a momentary feeling of support, but you also get the feeling that though she wishes she can help, there's only so much she can do.
Can I do my brush up on ghosts?
Sure.
The main thing I'm going after is ghosts. In my logic, my fallacy, maybe in my books I've written my rules about ghosts. Some of they're limited in their capacity to interact with the material world, but they can still do immaterial things like, you know, slam doors shut and, you know, shutters and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If I gave this ghost a material host of some description,
Interesting.
would that allow her to do more?
It's an interesting idea. So in your stories, that definitely happens.
Oh, 100%. I've definitely written, like, you know, girl gets possessed by a ghost.
Yeah. You have no idea if that would work in real life. You've never worked with a ghost in real life before, right? Like, before tonight, you didn't even think ghosts were real.
I'm living in the world of fiction.
I don't think this is a role thing. I think you know of the stories, so I guess you could suggest it to the ghost and see where that goes, but that might be very dangerous as well, because you don't actually know if she has your best interests at heart.
If I gave my body to you and you possessed me, would that afford you more power?
The hand on your shoulder grips slightly tighter. You're not entirely sure if that's a yes or a no, but there's definitely a response at least.
You said that we were similar, that you were just like me, so what's stopping you from becoming me? Temporarily, by the way. I want my body back. I'm standing away from the van. I get up and move away from the vanity as I'm saying that.
As you walk away from the vanity, that feeling of the hand on your shoulder slowly fades away. You get the feeling around mirrors is definitely where she is strongest. And this vanity is a very small mirror, you notice.
Okay. You've given me a very big idea, Armia.
Okay, go on.
No. When the moment presents itself.
That's fine. So, what are you gonna do in this moment? Right now.
That's a future plan. I'm only been to the vanity, so I need to search the rest of this room a bit more thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I will do that.
Okay. Well, there's that nightstand with a lamp on it, drawer.
Yeah, I'll ruffle in the drawers.
You ruffle through the drawers, and holy heck, why is this in here? There's a flintlock, pristine, as if it was forged just yesterday. This makes no sense. Why is this here?
Yeah, ghost gun. Does it look ready to use?
You think? You're not exactly a gun expert, but maybe?
I'll take it, irregardless.
Alright. There has been some very weird stuff with time in this mansion, it seems. It's almost as if parts of this place are stuck in the past, and some keep going.
Interesting she pointed me to the room with a gun in it, though.
It is. But there's one more place to look. Well, two places. You could take a look at the bed as well.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the bed.
Which, now that you look at it, realize the mattress is perfectly fine. Not even dusty.
Weird. That's very weird.
And as you go to, put away the flintlock, something catches your eye on it. There's an inscription.
Oh.
It says... Vers l'éternité in French. Vers l'éternité. If you like, you can roll academics to see if you can understand that.
Sorry, I'm scrambling my eyebrow brain before I roll in character.
Very fair.
1, 2, 3.
Oh wow, 4, yeah.
4 successes.
So this says towards eternity on the barrel.
Interesting. Towards eternity. Spooky.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely keep that then.
You open the dresser drawer, and as you do, you hear Gerard in the distance. Screaming in surprise, I guess, is a good way of putting it. It doesn't sound like pain or anything like that, but...
I don't know. I'm gonna still go through the thingy, the drawer. He can handle himself. He's a vampire.
Are
He's
you
fine.
sure though? I mean, maybe he needs your help. I mean, he was so nice to you. He was so lovely and kind and wonderful, and you just gotta take care of him, right?
Reluctantly, as the thought tugs at my mind and I am interrupted, I do go and eventually help him.
Alright, you go back and... So at the central landing, both Gerard and Lilia are kind of staring, because that book you had before is currently floating in the middle of the air and glowing.
What did you do?
Nothing. I simply waited. I was letting you and Lilia take a look around first.
I do go up to the book. Is it quite a distance up or?
I'm gonna say it's sort of floating at eye level. And the pages are flipping through and through, up until the burned part, and then it flips back, and it starts again.
You just opened it and this happened?
No, not even. I simply held the book.
Let me take a look.
I'm sure it's a fetter, but I do wonder. You take hold of the book?
Is there not a magical way of you telling? Like, if it's a fetter or if it's something else?
He walks closer for a moment, closes his eyes for a second, and when you look at him again, his eyes almost seem changed. There's a nebulous void in them. And he looks at the book, says, "Oh yes, this is indeed what we're looking for."
No? How do you get rid of it?
Well, there are two ways to banish a ghost as far as I'm aware. We either destroy the fetter, or we help her move on. Destroying the fetter will banish her to the... Oh, what was it called? The place ghosts come from. I don't remember. It doesn't matter anyway. Alternatively, there has to be something to do with this book. Of course! Oh, how did I not see it before? Of course! You're a writer! Don't you see?
Want me to finish the book?
Yes, of course!
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, you are the writer after all. That is your job.
I mean, I know enough about the family and the history, coming here and building this place, but again, outside of that, I don't know much.
Well, I can tell you that the Davignons fled this place after the fire. I can tell you that we went back to Europe, and eventually we were found to be worthy of something more. That being said, though, I don't think you need to know that much about the family to finish this job. In fact, truly wanted to. There's a part of me that says we could simply burn the book and be done with it. That would destabilize the ghosts, probably make them aggressive short term, but
The book has already been tried to be burned.
that's true.
It would probably, I don't know, be resistant to such an idea.
That's a fair point. So in other words, take it as a commission.
Ugh. That's out of character. It's out of character.
Oh, I know. Like everything about this, like he's about to start talking about paying an exposure or something.
I know. It's like, oh god, bro.
So he has given you a task. Because the question is now, do you want to go along with it, or do you want to try and find some alternative? Because, I mean, helping her move on is not a bad thing per se, but the problem is more that he's a vampire. It's probably going to be...
I want to continue on from the last page. I will try and be... I want to find... I tell him something to the effect of, I want to find a room for this. I don't want to, like, just stand over this table and write, because I don't want to break my back doing this. And,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I find a room.
Maybe the lounge area you were at before.
Yeah, and I look outside. The windows aren't, like, barred or anything, right?
No, most of them are even destroyed.
How... does the air like come into this room, or can I remember the room with the large mirror is the one I want to go into. I don't want to commune with the ghost, but that window, could I open it?
I'm gonna say it's already open even.
How is the weather outside?
Oh, it's terrible. It is storming right now.
Do they come with me?
Yes.
That's fine, I don't mind. I want an audience. I start writing after a very long time of thinking, like based on the last words. And I try to write in emulate the exact sort of time, like, I can probably emulate the font, but I start writing in the same style that this written in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, as you start writing, at first it's kind of difficult, right? Because you're not used to writing in this style,
Oh yeah.
anything like that. But as you do, it gets easier and easier, and you feel your hand kind of almost automatically starting to do it. And you realize, as you go, that your hand is no longer controlled by you. It's her taking over and writing through you.
Well, that's really cool.
and she writes and she writes and she writes, and even with Gerard and Lydia standing over you, keeps going. You're not sure how long it is, perhaps an hour, perhaps 2, perhaps 3 even, but the sun can just start, you could just tell that the sun is about to come up.
Before she finishes the last line, I want to resist the compel of the ghost. And I want to not finish it just yet.
Okay, absolutely. Absolutely interesting. Okay. Yeah, you know
quite
what?
difficult, but yeah.
So I'm gonna say 4d10 because of resolve. So just roll me 4d10. And yeah, this is going to be quite difficult, but...
That's 2 successes.
What do you want to do?
I want to, whatever the last line is, I want to literally physically stop. Like, I want to, whatever I'm writing with, I don't know if I'm writing with my own implement. I probably wouldn't if I'm trying to implement, emulate the style, because, you would use a different type of pen for this.
Yeah, I think you have one of those
fountain
old-timey
pen.
pens. Yeah, fountain pens.
I kind of try and drag my hand across the page, like, to stop the process. Like, just ink will be all over it.
I think what happens is, at first, it's kind of difficult to finish, right? Like, the ghost is... kind of has a stranglehold on your hand, but you, for a split second, manage to take over, and you use that second to knock over the ink, and it spills all over the page. And that presence, that hand on your shoulder, clamps down tight, and it hurts.
I do, like, if they're in the room and they see that happen, I'm like, sorry, I had this strange compulsion.
Gerard just lifts an eyebrow.
Sorry, I just had a thought about the book. I'm talking more to them. If you can't burn the book, if you erase the words entirely, she would cease to be, right? Nothing would tie her to this place. And it's a pretty terrible storm.
Perhaps. You wish to simply toss the book outside?
I mean, I don't want it to fly away while that's happening. I mean, she has magic over it. She can push it places.
True.
Plus, I want to see my own writing disappear. It's a method you use when word dumping. You write whatever you can, and then the words disappear, and then you rewrite it.
Where are you going with this?
If the words disappear, then so will she.
Right.
Finishing a story doesn't guarantee it'll be finished forever.
Okay, go on. Why would we destroy it, though?
The rain will do its natural course.
Why not just keep it?
What would keeping it do?
It's a memento. She's still my ancestor. I may not have known her, but there is a kinship there.
So you find these words of sentiment as well?
Of course.
I throw the book out the window.
Okay.
And just so you know, I am as soon as the book is gone, I am jumping straight out of the window.
I see what you're doing.
Health be damned. Health be damned.
Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna make him do a dex check to see if he responds quick enough, because he definitely didn't see that coming.
So
he's definitely surprised.
I'm using all my weak noodle arm strength to throw this book out the window.
So I'm gonna roll some dice, and we're gonna see.
Oh God.
You're actually very lucky. He's not very fast, at least not for a vampire.
I mean, he still roll a 10.
Could, but he could also roll a 1.
That's true.
And oh wow, you are so lucky.
Yay!
The book goes sailing out the window. He goes, no!
and I run after it. I jump out of the window.
Dive out of the window. Mind you, this is on the first floor, so you are
I
going to...
don't care.
Okay. You dive out of the window. You land on the ground, and I'm going to have you roll. Dexterity athletics, I think, makes sense here, because you're kind
like
of trying
tuck and roll.
to...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So 40-10.
Okay, 2 successes.
Nasty.
That's not terrible, not great. You've never done this before, so you
No, I don't. I'm not in the habit of flinging myself through windows.
But luckily, the ground outside isn't concrete or anything like that. It's just mud, which actually, well, it still hurts, but it's better than what it could be. So I think you do like a proper roll, but you sprain your ankle in the moment.
Still nasty.
Pretty painful.
Yeah.
But you can recover from that eventually. It's just right now it's gonna take a little bit of...
I hobble a little bit. I do pull that gun out.
Yeah, absolutely. You pull out the gun. You hear Gerard's voice from upstairs yelling at Delia, "After her!" And he comes out onto the balcony as you run away and he yells, "Stop!" And I need you to roll me a resolve.
Yay!
Resolve 2 times, so 4d10 in total.
2 successes.
Ooh, okay. Let's see what he gets. Oh dear. You hear stop, and your legs just lock. You try to move them, you push and you pull with all of your might and nothing.
Can I talk?
You can talk. You are just locked in place. Your legs are just locked in place.
Hey, Miss Ghost. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. We are outside. It is pouring down. And the reason I didn't finish your book is because I don't want you to disappear. I don't know how your influence works in the manor grounds, but considering that it is raining, and I can see my reflection very clearly, if you want to take my body, do it. Now.
You look into one of the puddles and see that smile. And you feel it coming over you. Your body no longer your own. And everything after that is a blur. You remember yourself running and scrabbling, and you remember hearing shots from a gun suppressed. You remember a car, 2 cars, driving away. You remember a chase, but only barely. You remember seeing the sun coming up, and then you open your eyes in your bed, and for a moment, you get the feeling that perhaps it was all a dream, but this is not that kind of story. You turn to look at your night desk. On it lies a book, an unfinished, half-burnt, splotched with ink book, and you are safe, and you're alone, until you feel a hand on your shoulder. Very special thank you to our very important planets, Aku and Zane Caulfield, and the Ko-Fi supporters, Tato, Orlan Dog, Vreed, Annie Cute Puppy, and Alex the DM for your support. Thank you, and good evening. And I think that's where we're gonna leave it.
Oh. As soon as you mentioned the mirror thing, I was like, well, the outside's a big mirror, isn't it?
I think the puddle thing was super clever. I love that. That was
Yay!
big. I'm really glad because I was gonna use the storm just as kind of set dressing. I love that you used that as a.
I'm
as a
so
thing. That's really
happy.
cool.
British people and the rain go hand in hand.
That's true. You used your Britishness to escape a vampire. And escape becoming a ghoul, which is quite something.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I didn't get possessed, but
You know, you got
if she
bored, you got possessed. Just a night out with the girls, as you do.
normal girls' night.
Girls' night. What did you think? Did you like it?
That was great. I loved that because I felt so big brain. I was like, you're like, oh, it's gonna be raining, and I was like, oh well. And then it's like ghost mirror, and like when I said that thing, it just all clicked in my mind.
Yeah. I'm really happy with this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm excited to edit it. I'm so excited to edit this. Oh boy. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good lord. Yeah, I'll keep recording for just a little bit. Why not, really?
Gustav, Durant, I remember his name. You pissed me off.
That was the idea. Gerard and Lilia are a couple of folks. It's funny because the original idea was just to. So the original idea was I wanted to do a story similar to the Ocean House Hotel in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is a really, really famous level in that game. Where a lot of people, there's actually a command specifically in that game that you can skip that level. So many people got freaked out because of it. Because it's that, yeah. Because like back when it came out, it was really, really scary. Nowadays, you know, it's not that scary, but still, it's really well made. And yeah, I want to do something similar where you would kind of have to go around and try and banish a ghost. But then I came up with Gerard. Actually, I came up with Lilia first. And then I came up with Gerard, and I was like, I kind of want these two to show up. I think it's a fun idea that you know, there's like a vampire involved. Because in the first one, you get like a werewolf and this Pentex thing. And now in this one, you get vampire and ghost. So lots of different vibes. And a ghoul, technically. 2 ghouls.
Yeah, I was going to be turned into a ghoul. It's gonna suck if I turn into a ghoul.
Yeah, to be clear, by the way, ghouls are still alive. They just are addicted to vampire blood. Full of darkness. That's how that works.
Oh.
And
damn.
I'm going to say, in this setup, you would have... So you have been ghouled in the sense of like... the first drink. But because of the ghost possession, I feel like that kind of cancels that out.
Yeah.
I think that's only fair. You did just kind of go like, all right, take my body. And now you have like a ghost... Literally a ghost writer.
Literally a ghost writer!
Literally a ghost writer!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It worked out so well! I'm so happy it worked out so well. Yeah, honestly, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a blast doing this as well. I'm actually kind of glad. I'm actually kind of glad we did this one as a second because I think it's a really good introduction to sort of like now we get some vampires and we get some like other stuff going on, and like the Camarilla was mentioned and the Anarchs, and then you know.
Yeah, I know, and I know about that stuff a little bit out of character, so I was like, I don't wanna. I'm playing my character. She wouldn't know anything, but I was like, oh, we have mentions. I can't believe I just can't believe the roundabout self-fulfilling prophecy. I didn't think about it too much. I didn't think about the episode title too much.
I'm really happy it worked out that way.
I don't want her to die.
Yeah. The funny thing is, her moving on is actually a good thing for her. So her staying in. I mean, it's relative, right? Some
I mean, you have a ghost in your ear telling it's like, you know, inbuilt spell checker.
Yeah, but then like in the last 200 years, some words changed, and she's like gonna be like, no, you have to say it like this. You're like, nah.
No.
I actually love the mental image of you and a ghost just bickering over.
It's like the one Vine where it's like, I'm going to the shop. What do you want? a bagel. The souls of the innocent. No, a bagel. 2 bagels.